We Bury the Dead? More like Bury Me, I Wish I Was Dead. This movie was boring as shit. Now, I got an early screener to this movie, and by all accounts, I really do appreciate when I get these. I really do. However, I'm not going to let that deter me from being honest, especially when it comes to, making content. Because let's face it, this movie was not that good. We Bury the Dead follow these group of volunteers as they go to this island that's just been eviscerated by some government, and their job is to basically identify the dead, as well as identify the not-so-dead. You see, most of the people on this island were absolutely cooked. However, there's some that are still, not all the way cooked. They're just barbecued a little bit, and that's when the government comes in and lights them the fuck up. The government doesn't like any of that medium rare shit, you dig? Now, we're primarily following our main character, Ava. She is not there specifically to volunteer, but more so to go into this restricted zone that you're not allowed in so she can potentially find her husband that may or may not be cooked. Who knows? I was hooked on this premise. One of the reasons why I wanted to check it out so bad. I like when a zombie movie can subvert the expectations of what these movies are supposed to be about, and they go for a different theme in general. Case in point, one of my favorite hidden gems of last year, a foreign movie called Handling the Undead, and this is a zombie movie that was primarily focusing on grief and depressing shit and family drama and whatnot instead of zombies attacking people. However, the main difference between those two movies is one of them was very compelling, interesting, and it just perfected its premise overall, and the other one nearly put me to sleep permanently. I'll let you guess which one it was.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And I think the most egregiously painful reason why this movie did not work for me whatsoever was the fact that the whole theme centers around you believing that this couple should reunite and they love each other and you're supposed to feel bad for them. Newsflash for you, they did such a bad job at getting you to care about this couple that I wouldn't have batted an eye if a woolly mammoth just came out of nowhere and stomped on the husband right in front of the wife. That's how careless I felt. It's like watching the movie A Walk to Remember, and instead of the giant twist being that the girl's dying of cancer and that's what mends the two couples together and you're emotional and you love it, the twist ends up being that the girl secretly has a job at Burger King, and now why do I even care? Why do I even give a shit if they get together? The point is, if you're going to captivate an audience and you're going to get them invested in your story and your film, the last thing you need to do is take your central theme and put it on the back burner and instead focus on this undead aspect, because obviously people are going to come to the movie for that, and then it's just going to absolutely disappoint pretty much everybody. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I did not really care for We Bury the Dead. I actually gave it 2 stars on my Letterboxd, primarily because, yes, it did subvert the expectations of what you're supposed to think in a movie like this. However, it didn't really do a good job at making you care for the characters, in my opinion, or really care about the outcome overall. Whatever. You're gonna think it's some crazy, heinous, emotional, zombie-ridden ride, but I think it's just really not.